I'm Jamie Black, your Bathtub Philosopher. Today's Bathtub Philosopher is being brought to you by Dr. Foot's Foot Powder Spray. It ain't Dr. Schultz, but who cares? It's going on your feet. Today's Bathtub Philosopher is about reality television programming and where they have gone horribly wrong. Now, I like to keep my Bathtub Philosophers short, so I really am not going to be able to speak about all that is wrong with reality television programming. So I will just focus on one particular program, one that premiered last night, called Dating in the Dark. Now, the premise of this show is they're putting 6 people together in a room, 3 men, 3 women, in the dark. They get to talk to each other, and see what kind of chemistry might be there just from initial meeting, just from personality. They can't see anybody, it's completely dark. But there are infrared cameras that can see all the activity that is going on. They may have consulted some scientists on this because they decided to see if perhaps they might be attracted to each other's pheromones. Now we know that in nature, people are attracted to each other's scent. It's a very subconscious thing. We are attracted to one another's scent. So what they did is they decided to see if these people might be compatible through the scent of smell. So the men took their shirts and gave it to the women, and the women took their shirts and gave it to the men. Now, they didn't do the swap in person. They did it through the host, Rossi. That is the host name of Dating in the Dark. His name is Rossi. And guess what? He is a white man. I thought only black people named their kids after drinks and cars. You know he named after Martini and Rossi on the rocks. They brought in a sketch artist to sketch what each person thinks their compatibility match looks like. I do not recommend you ever getting yourself sketched by a sketch artist because everybody looks like a criminal. Because that's what they do. They sketch criminals. They sketch suspects of people who robbed and raped and things like that. So, number one, that's the first caveat. Do not have your portrait sketched by a sketch artist. And number 2, this is not a good idea because women fantasize. That's what they do. They have very highly in tune imaginations. And when the women had their person sketched, they looked nothing like the way the guys looked. Now the guys, remarkably, the sketches that they described, they were pretty accurate. They were really, really close. But the women, there was this one woman who, she liked this guy initially in the very first meeting because he's a smart man. He is a member of Mensa. Not a nerdy guy, not a nerdy guy at all. Not a dweeb or anything like that. Just an average looking guy, but highly intelligent. And she was attracted to that. And they were compatible. So she gave her rendition of what she thought he looked like to the sketch artist. And let me tell you, the man that was sketched was not a member of Mensa, but a member of World's Gym. So then they had the big, I had to make sure I'm covered. Then they had the big reveal, where they got to see what their matched person looked like, but they can't see the reaction to what they thought of what they looked like. Does that make sense? I hope so. So the guys, when they got back to the room after seeing their matches, 2 of the guys were like, "Score! Dude, oh my God! She was awesome! Oh my God, she had a great smile! Oh, she got pretty hair! Oh, she got great legs! Oh, she was really cute! Oh my God, dude! Oh, yes, I lucked out! Oh my gosh, a score! Yeah!" And the girls were like, "That's not what I thought they'd look like. Remember that sketch that see, that's what I thought they didn't look like that at all." So in the end, they decide whether or not they're going to go out with these people again, whether they want to see these people again. And they do this by one of them comes out on the veranda. If the other one comes out on the veranda, then they get to ride off in the sunset. The other person, though, has the option of walking out the door. Now, this is cruel and excruciating for two reasons. Number one is the first guy comes out there and he's standing on the veranda. And he's standing there, and you know, in his pre-interview, he's like, oh, I know she's going to come. I know she's going to come. Oh, we hit it off. We had a great time. I know she's going to come. Yeah, she's going to come. So he stands out there, and he's standing there for a while, and then he gets a brilliant idea to hide behind. He sets up these plants and bushes and everything. Oh, I'm going to hide back here so she thinks I'm not here. And he stood there, and stood there, and stood there, and stood some more. Well, she did eventually come. She did come, so that was nice. You know, it let us all off the hook. So then the last couple, the one who, I mean, really had a great connection. They were making out in the dark room. They were talking about some really intimate stuff that you share with, you know, somebody that you really like, somebody that you can see, you know, having a future with. Now, the chick had said that she was tired of being so shallow. You know, I'm tired of just going for guys, you know, pretty boys, you know, with great looks and everything like that. So she was willing to give this a try to see if she could make a connection with somebody. And she said herself, who wouldn't want the type of connection that I had with this guy? And the guy was like, dude, I scored. She's awesome. Oh my God. It was great. We had a great time. Oh, I can't wait. So he's standing out on the veranda, and I come to the second reason why it is cruel and excruciating for this to happen. The dude is standing out on the veranda, feeling very confident because they had a great connection. Now, unfortunately, she didn't come out on the veranda, but she walked out the front door. And guess what? You can see the front door from the veranda. I think we have all learned something from this television show. And that is, don't ever, ever date a shallow bitch. I'm Jamie Black, your bathtub philosopher.